North Georgia have seen at least flakes and flurries flying, with most of that accumulation, as we expected, building to the east of the metro area. It looks like Hall, Clark, and Gwinnett counties the epicenter of this snowstorm. However, Fulton, you're not out of the woods yet, especially with what we're seeing in North Fulton. We're really seeing road conditions, especially on those secondary and side roads, deteriorate fairly quickly. The air temperature continues to drop within the hour. 22 degrees is the current temperature outside. I just walked outside and the winds are kicking, making that 22 feel like 7 degrees. Once again, we're looking for the pulsing up of some of this activity, especially across the metro area, inside and outside the perimeter here. If we can go ahead and get you calling and getting to you in, sending some pictures in from DeKalb County, that would be so helpful. Here's Spaghetti Junction right here. Make your way down 285, getting into Belvedere Park, going out towards Redan, Stone Mountain, Tucker here. I think we're going to start to see flurries flying in, especially for the grassy surfaces. I think we're likely starting to collect some accumulation there. We just seen a swath roll past downtown. As you head towards 23 here, I think you're likely going to find that you're going to have some grassy surfaces that end up with some accumulation within short order. Once again, this is like we're kind of seeing a reamping up of the activity, especially as this swath slides down into South Gwinnett County. We hadn't heard a lot from folks from Snellville to Norcross, even Duluth and Peachtree Corners. You hadn't really gotten in on what your neighbors have gotten in on from Lawrenceville to the north. Now is your opportunity, and that opportunity extends down through DeKalb County, going out into Rockdale, making your way further out 20, also for Walton County, and we will even throw Morgan County in the mix, as basically these two bands are just kind of clustering together. We call this a convergence zone, if you will, and that's where we could see some pretty solid snowbirds over the next, I'd say, hour to hour and a half. I'm going to walk you through the timing of all of this, especially the first 2 o'clock hour.
All right, Jonathan, thanks. And we want to thank you for streaming with us here on Fox Locals. It's been a fun few hours seeing what's happening across the area. I'm Tom Hayes.
And I'm Alex Whitler. Hopefully you got your questions answered. If not, please don't hesitate to leave us comments in the chat. We've got more for you coming your way right after this.
The second weekend in a row for Gwinnett, Jonathan, getting kind of the brunt of the storm. Did they really fully recover from last weekend as far as like melting and getting some of the ice?
The atmospheric opportunities were definitely there. We've warmed up enough, although I don't think anybody has felt warmth to any degree across the area, but they were able to get rid of those conditions. You know, hard-hit White, Habersham counties, they still had impacts as late as Friday, but they were likely antecedent impacts, meaning power outages and things like that. There weren't actually icy spots on the road before this next system moved in. However, you know, people can't seem to catch their breath, especially if you're to the north and to the east of the Atlanta metro area. It's just kind of one system after another one. And if you get the right meteorologist to talk to you, they'll say that we're not done yet.
Oh, is that like hint, like Mother Nature might have another.
There's an old song that used to be sang in the church, and it's saying, "Lord, teach me to take it one day at a time." I do a 7-day forecast, and I stop it right there. Meteorologist Alex Forbes, he's a big long-term guy, and he'll show you things that will freak you out for the month of February. I'm just going to be honest.
Oh boy, one day at a time, sweet Jesus.
That's all I'm asking of you. Yes.
And this is why we have the best Fox 5 Storm Team meteorologists in the business working here. Jonathan, Alex, David Chanley. You guys are going to stay on top of it and keep everyone updated throughout the storm and through the next one, possibly.
Thanks, Jonathan. Wink, wink.
And we have been receiving a lot of new video and pictures coming into the Fox 5 newsroom from viewers like you.
Yeah, this is fun. Good Day's Paul Milliken has been combing through all those images.
I can't keep up.
Yeah, and it's a lot, right?
It's a lot.
How many are we up to?
Oh, I think we're, well, I'll check for sure, but we were hitting over 8,000 when I talked to you last time. Yeah, we're equaling what we got last week.
Yes, that's what we got in total last weekend.
Yeah, they are coming in fast and furious. And let me just say, after what Jonathan said, Alex, get out of the storm center right now, okay? I don't want to hear anything about long term. Let's pretend like that's not happening, and let's talk about some fun stuff. So our viewers know the way to my heart, okay? They know how to get their picture on TV. I'm a horror movie guy. Someone said, I'm putting on a Halloween mask. I'm standing outside. Paul Milliken's going to use my photo.
Snowfall totals across the area. Well, we've got 6 and 7 inches up in extreme northeast Georgia. Lighter amounts across the eastern suburbs. The extended outlook calls for windy conditions on your Sunday. No more precip. Sunny on Groundhog Day. We finally get into the 50s in here on Tuesday and Wednesday. But snow continues for some folks for the next several hours.
Yeah, and as you guys have been telling us, David, those eastern counties really getting hit with that snow today. Thanks so much.
Yeah, people in Dahlonega have been getting hit hard. That's up in Lumpkin County.
Yeah, Fox 5's Larry Spruill joins us live with the latest on conditions. Larry, give us an update.
Well, Christine, we are now in the car, and we want to just give a shout out to the Lumpkin County crews and GDOT as well, because
substantial snowfall that would accumulate, the heaviest now kind of exiting our area and really plaguing the Carolinas right now up here across parts of South and North Carolina into the evening hours. So yeah, it's a storm that's still getting wound up and will impact a large area up and down the East Coast. We're going to talk about temperature trends on into the new week. All that's coming your way in a few minutes.
David, thank you so much. Let's check in the conditions in far north Georgia, up in Blairsville.
Yeah, let's go to Fox 5's Denise Dillon, who has been there for us all afternoon. What's the latest there, Denise? What are you seeing on the ground?
A lot of snow. To give you an idea how much snow, I want to take you over to this van. Look at the top of that. That's the accumulation of the snow that we have had since it started falling early this morning. Honestly, we have not seen it stop since we got here. This is the lightest it has been as far as snow goes. I got to tell you, for a moment, about 45 minutes ago, we saw the sun kind of trying to peek through the clouds. Never really made it all.
Denise, and see how much accumulated since they gotten snowfall hours ago. Well, thanks for the live update from there.
Glad she has all those layers on.
Yes, exactly. You really need it out there. It is.
Helen, up in White County. Boy, that just looks brutal. That looks wintry up there for sure. They're headed down into the deep freeze by the time we get into early tomorrow morning. In fact, let's take you through what's going to happen now with that snow ending up there. And it's still a few flakes. Look what the road temperatures are doing. As we found earlier today, we got a lot of spots in the metro area. We're up above freezing. And then we had that lighter snow, and that didn't amount to a whole lot, thank goodness. But now we're starting to see road temperatures down around freezing and below, especially when we have the snowfall. So whatever out there, well, it's going to be with us, obviously, through the night and on into your Sunday morning. We'll take you through the timeline of when the snow continues to roll on out and how cold it's going to be in the morning. It's coming your way in a few minutes.
All right, we'll see you soon, David. Thanks. In the meantime, it's never too late to download the Fox 5 Storm app, the Fox Local app if you haven't already. You can get weather coverage along with closings and delays and catch up on David's weather report.
We have members of our Fox 5 team spread out around the area to give us a better look at how the conditions are. Let's get out to our Rob D'Arienzo.
He is on 316 in Gwinnett County, was trying to make it to Athens. Rob, earlier today I had to turn around on 400 trying to go northbound. It's better to be safe than sorry, right?
That's right, guys. Well, I since moved to downtown Lawrenceville, which is where we've been stationed for a little while now. But we did start our day along 316, and the conditions were really rough there. We saw several really bad accidents, one including what appeared to be a Lawrenceville police officer. Big mess on an off-ramp. That was at Buford Drive right there. The good news is we know 316 and Buford Drive have
beneath it because it is so cold. Rob, thanks very much. Live from Lawrenceville tonight.
Thanks, Rob. People in Dahlonega woke up to wintry conditions this morning.
Fox 5's Larry Spruill joins us now with a look at the conditions there. Larry, I know you made your way up 400 and it got worse the farther north you went.
Right, Russ. The way up here was really bad when it comes to the roads, but once we got in Dahlonega, we had been out here all day, and it's really a picture perfect scenery out here. Let me just step out of the way so you can see what I'm talking about. You can just look at the mountains here in Dahlonega. This is my first time here, and I never realized how beautiful it was out here. We were on the campus earlier. We went sledding down the hill. We had a snow flight, but I just want to just show our viewers just this. It looks like a postcard out here. Now, I spoke with the emergency director earlier today, and she tells me just a few minutes ago, as a matter of fact, she says that they have been with the
people up in Lumpkin County taking good care of the roads up there and making travel a lot easier for people.
Yeah, very good point. And I'm going to get myself a coat with a hood like that one, because on a cold day like this, Larry, that's perfect. It really is a biting.
Rest is needed. It's needed indeed.
Both function
it keeps
and
you warm.
fashion.
There you go.
Very snazzy.
Looking good. All right, Larry Spruill, thanks so much. The time is now 5:13.
But certainly noticeable. What's going to get our attention is those wind chills going to be well down below zero by the time we get into early tomorrow morning. So what you need to do is just, obviously, if you're out, you need to protect your skin because frostbite can happen in short order. We'll talk about the temperature trend when we can finally see some 50s on the board. That's coming your way in just a minute.
Wow, 50s will feel really nice after what we've got right now.
Indeed.
All right, David, thanks. And we've been seeing a lot of your great videos and pictures that you've been sending in to us.
Paul Milliken has the latest scenes for us. Paul?
Yeah, still here and still monitoring photos. And again, there are so many good ones, more than 8,000, closing in on 9,000. My new goal is that when I leave today, I want us to have gotten 10,000 photos during this snowstorm. So keep them coming, you guys, and let's see what you're sharing with us. I'm going to start with a beautiful shot. That must be a drone shot there. That one comes from Nicholas.
A couple of hours away. So last week it was a lot worse up there in Cornelia where we had a lot of ice. Today here in Covington, a lot farther away, it's just cold, and that's about it. Cold and windy. Take a look over here. Right now, there's almost no snow on the road. It hasn't stuck at all yet, folks. Stay at a short time. Frostbite can set in pretty quickly. So
all right,
be careful.
Well, we'll take the hint and let you get out of the wind. Thank you, my friend. We'll check back.
I appreciate that.
We'll check back with you in the next hour. And before we go to break.
Hey, yeah, it's starting to end. It's Morgan County, a little bit of Coney County, Greene County, all the way down into Putnam and Newton. A little bit of snow. It doesn't have that burst that we had earlier, so I'm not looking for a whole lot in the way of additional snowfall, but whatever falls will stick. We'll talk about what's ahead the rest of the night and the really cold temperatures in here by morning. That's coming your way in a minute.
All right, David, thanks. We continue to check in with our crews all throughout the area. Let's get out to Fox 5's Chris Rosenthal now.
He's in Flowery Branch, and Chris, that's where some of those bands dropped a lot of snow earlier today.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm off of Friendship Road up here in Flowery Branch, Buford area, and I'll tell you, the falling snow has seemed to stop here for a while, but you definitely still see a lot of snow in the air because it's very, very windy. Every once in a while you get a really good gust and it just picks that dry snow up off the ground and fills the air. Kind of makes it hard to see. Just to give you a look at the road here. It is covered in white. I went driving on this a little bit earlier and